Hey, everybody, Skip Mid America Dirt, and I've got Jennifer York from Clare, Michigan, and better known probably on TikTok as Checkered Lens.
Yep. Yep.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm a big fan of yours and have been since I got on TikTok. And man, I'm happy to get you on here because you're up there in a part of the world. I've talked to a couple of drivers from up there on the show, and I don't know if you know both of them, but I know you know one of them for
Yep.
sure. And I am. I'm just a big fan of yours, and I'm just really super excited to get you on here and talk about it. And plus, I love what you do. I mean, what you guys do, you get that out to the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's
I
it's
definitely love
pretty
it.
neat. So tell me how you got into it. Do you come from a racing background, or did you just get into
I
this?
absolutely do not. I didn't. I think it was like almost exactly 2 years ago. If you would have asked me what dirt track racing was, I would have been like, never heard of it. What are you talking about? I started dating my boyfriend Cam. I think he's talked to you a couple times on your lives, but and he has a friend who was a modified driver for a while and then got into late model racing, and we went to a race and I got to see Rusty Schlenk, Cody Bauer, Logan Nickerson, and it was a really just really intense race, and I'm like, where has this been my whole life? And last year I was kind of just part of the crew helping just take tires off and put them on, and this year I'm like, I need to get a camera, and it's been an addiction since. I've absolutely loved it. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to get hooked, isn't it?
yes.
Once you get
Yep.
involved. So you've done some crewing too, huh?
Yep, yep. I am kind of come from a little bit of an engineering background, and trying to asking the drivers questions, different questions about their cars and kind of how they work is very interesting to me. So I definitely love the mechanical side of it as well.
That's super cool. That's super cool. So what tracks do you have there close to you?
We have Merritt Speedway in Tri-City. We go to
Okay.
Crystal as well. I was actually at Crystal a couple weekends ago. And I know we have I-96. I didn't get the chance to go, but I know Jacob Stir and our crew got to go earlier this year because I work a weird rotating shift for my regular day job. But
Deja, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I know definitely what is it? I think Travis Stemler, I know he said he races at Crystal.
yep,
Um
yep. Stemmy's a big
cool.
fan of Stemmy. He's one of my favorites to take pictures of as well. So
Yeah. And then Murawski.
Morawski, yep, Matt Morawski. I feel like he's one to watch out for. He's
I
I
agree.
think he's gonna do big things for sure. He this past weekend he did the fourth annual Katie Hudson show at Mount Pleasant, and he got quick time, did really good, looked really good out there. So
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. It looks like you got a new ride too for next year. If
I
I
believe
saw
they
it
got a
right.
new yeah, they got a new car, I believe. I was kind of picking his
Okay.
brain about it, but I don't want to say too much because I don't know 100%. Because I know I
Yeah.
saw the picture and I was like, hey, like,
Yeah.
I know whose car that is. What's going on? And so,
Yeah, yeah. I think I saw that same picture. So
yep.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't know for sure what was going on with that. But so how awesome is it to get out there and 'cause I've seen your videos on TikTok, and you like actually looks like you get in the back of the pace truck a
I,
lot of times
I,
it looks like.
that was actually pretty crazy. That was the first show I've ever shot from the infield. And I met with the track photographer Chris Johnston when I was at Crystal, and I'm just made the comment, you know how cool it would be to be able to be in the pace truck at doing the four wide, and he's like, you want to? And I'm like, yeah, like let's go.
Heck
And we
yeah.
got to do it, and I definitely want to do it again. It was amazing. It was a blast.
Yeah, and
Having
that was a
turbo speed up that
yeah.
close to you got my heart rate just going. So
Yeah. And was that a World Outlaws race, or was
that
it one of
was
those summer nationals?
Summer Nationals. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what series do they run up there for late malls? Do they run a
I'm
series?
not sure if they really do many series up here. I know we have Iron Man for some. I know they do that at Crystal Atomic, which is in Ohio, but I'm not really sure if we have a specific series up here that we run besides Summer Nationals comes to Michigan.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you guys have a lot of just like tracks running late models, right?
yeah.
Like they just yeah, and see we don't have a lot of that down here. Um it's got to be a series. As a matter of fact, there's man, I don't know if there are any tracks right here in my area in the four-state area, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma that actually have, late models running consistently. And that's kind of something that needs to change down here in our area.
Yeah, and, the one that they run at Tri-City and Mare, it could have a series name. I do know they do points, but
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the name of the series would be. I just know we go pretty much every weekend that we can, so
Yeah. Yeah. Um so you went to the World 100, right? How awesome was that?
that was my first time at Eldora, and I got to meet 2 of my favorite photographers, which is Event Horizon and then
Oh, I've
Zachary, I
seen
might
that.
butcher
Yep.
his yep, Zachary Cool? I'm not sure how to say his last name, but he does a lot with Jason Fager. But that was awesome. They've been really great with giving me pointers and help figuring out a lot of settings. But yeah, that was a whole different beast of a track down there. It was crazy and
I,
amazing. So,
I freaking love that place. I went for the dream. And that was the first time I'd been in since like 1991 or something like that. I was a little kid. And
wow.
we went up there. It's like a 13-hour drive for us. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's pretty tough, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. That place is God. The racing there. Like I was talking to somebody the other day. TV doesn't give how fast they're going justice. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. I know it was a big controversy, but the wreck with Rusty Schlenk, I saw a lot of mean comments, and it's like he was flying and came around the corner like he didn't have time to stop. Like it just they're going fast. Like it was we were down in the pits and just absolutely crazy how fast that track is.
Yeah. Did you get to get up high in the pits, like on a toter, or were you
Nope,
able to see?
we did not. We ended up sitting on the pit side in the grass up in the stands, but I think it would be really cool to get to watch it from like a toter perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when we went to the Dream, we were on the like the turn one, where they have like the grass just right outside the stand, like the
Yeah.
concrete walkways. We were right out there for the Dream, man. That was awesome. And that
Yeah.
was when Josh Ross won that. I think it was a Thursday night feature. They were rerunning it on Friday. When he won that feature and beat Pierce and those other guys, that
Mhm.
that place went absolutely nuts. It was one
Yeah.
of the funnest times I've ever had at a track.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they
definitely
it got loud.
oh yeah, say I definitely want to go back because I'm huge huge Ricky fan. I think Ricky might be my favorite and it was just amazing for me to get to watch my favorite racer win his first World 100 on the same night and my boyfriend's a diehard Davenport fan, so there was some, back and forth going on with that, but yeah, it
Yeah,
was
look
amazing.
back here. Look back here.
Yep.
I
Yep.
understand.
I was gonna say I see the 49, so but
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I mean, it's an Arkansas team, so that's pretty cool for me. That's where I'm from. So he's not from Arkansas, but it's an Arkansas team. So
yeah.
it's we don't since when I was a kid, we don't really have a lot of big drivers, national wise from there anymore. So it's kind of cool to at least that team is doing really good. So um but yeah, Ricky, at the Dream, he's seems like such a super good dude and a super good family guy. We were walking back from the pits because we had went back there to talk to Tim Culp. He's an
Mhm.
Arkansas driver that was at the Dream. We went back there to go find him and talk to him. And we were coming back and we were walking across and I was with my brother-in-law and I kind of got him, back into dirt track racing and watching it. And he was up there with us and we were walking across the track back to the flag stand to go, back up in the stands. And there were two little boys over there picking up these huge clumps of dirt, clay or whatever, playing with them. And he's like, yeah, look at those little guys. I said, I think that's Ricky Thornton Jr. boys. And sure enough, it was. There's Ricky, and we followed him up to the top of the stands. And I guess they were going back to their camper. And I'm like, hey, can we get a picture with you and stuff? And he got a picture with us and talked to us for a minute. And he's seemed like a super good dude.
Yeah, I was
Really
gonna
good.
say I got to talk to him at their trailer. I bought quite a bit of merch from them. I talked to him and Shay, and they were absolutely amazing. And then we decided to walk the track after the whole thing was done. And him and Shay and a couple of the crew guys, I think for Eldora, were taking down the big banner, and we went up and talked to him, and he was super nice. All the
Yeah.
drivers I talked to were absolutely amazing. So
Yeah. I haven't met anybody yet that wasn't, just super friendly. As long as
yep,
they weren't busy. You can't borrow those guys when they're trying to get ready for a race and stuff too much. But
yeah,
there's a lot on the line. But usually after all that's over with, if they haven't had a really bad night, they're usually pretty cool. And even then, most of the time they are. So, but how? Let me ask you this question: how hard is? You were talking about settings earlier,
hmm.
and how hard is it to get those awesome shots?
Oh, it depends. I know Jacob Stir, the guy that we usually go with, he really likes the in focus car but the blurry background, and I really struggled to figure that out. I finally think I got it the last couple weekends. But if you want everything in focus, I feel like those ones are fairly easy, but just trying to keep your camera moving. And then I sometimes don't use a flash. And if you have a track that's not well lit, you have to mess with the different settings. And it can be a pain and frustrating, but usually I get at least one or two shots. So of
Yeah.
each car, I
Do you-
should say, not in general.
so to get those good shots, you have to like take a bunch at one time, like action shot type thing, or do you
That's
just
what
try to get
I
one shot?
yeah, yeah, that's what I do. I usually am a button spammer. I'll just follow and hit that button just so I can try to get the best I can. But I do know, um, like some of the photographers who have been doing it longer than me, they just, they keep it on the single shot, and I see the photos
They
they take, and they're like amazing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a few we've got some good ones down here in our area. But yeah, I just when I go, I'm not a professional anything. Nothing I do, I'm not a professional at. But I try to just get because there's a lot of people that don't get like video and stuff. You know what I mean? They don't have
yeah,
somebody taking video for them. So I try to make sure if I interview somebody in the pits, I just try to get video of them. At least going around the track and stuff. And I've tried to get some shots, which I use a phone, and I
yeah,
use a phone in case, like I got an iPhone that I use for all my filming, and I do that so that I can, if I've got something I want to like put out, I can do it. I can just walk back and do it immediately.
yep,
And it is super hard. It does a really good job, but it is super hard to get those good shots with an iPhone.
yeah. Video something again, bringing Zachary up. He takes some amazing videos, and I'm not sure if you follow AM Media. I haven't really
I
talked to
don't know
them,
what that
but
one.
they're uh they're on TikTok as well, and they make some absolutely stellar videos that I'm like, that's next. Like learning how to edit videos and get into
Yeah,
that
make
would be
those.
really cool.
Yeah, we've got a guy down here, 23 Media. That's what he does. That he makes those awesome TikToks. Um, and he's a local guy, so it's pretty cool. I just do like me. I just do the best I can. I'm a podcaster, and that's it. I just do stuff to try to like. I'm gonna try to make a video for you, like two or three of them, to promote this interview. And a lot of people are, I think, get worried about what I'm gonna do. So I'll do the best I can.
No worries. So
But anyway, so where do you want to go with this stuff? I mean, you just want to keep doing it? Or do you want to make it full time at some point or try to? Or
if I could make it full time, I would absolutely love that. I really would love to shoot at Gateway someday, Gateway Nationals. I did apply for credentials, but this is my first year, so I'm kind of like, maybe. And Eldora, I would love to shoot at Eldora someday. But yeah, if I could do this for the rest of my life, I'd be 100% happy. So
Now, see, how does that work? That's something I don't know about. So, do you have to at those big events and stuff like that? You have to apply to go take pictures instead. Is that to get you on the infield?
yes, yep. To
Okay.
and for Eldora, they have the risers that you can get up on and take pictures, and so yeah, you have to apply for credentials and get the okay from the track, and they'll give you a vest to wear for them. And like summer nationals, I just messaged a track, and most tracks have been really good about letting me in the infield. Just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in town. Is it okay if I come down and shoot and talk to their home photographer?" And usually they're pretty okay with it. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, if you're a racetrack or an event like that, I would think that you'd want as much publicity as possible.
yeah,
I would think. I mean, that's just me. But, I don't know. I know I know it can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Clicky, I guess, with some of that stuff. That's what I've heard. I don't know.
yeah.
Have
There's
you
been
heard
a
the same
couple
thing?
tracks that won't let me take photos, which I usually just take them right outside the pit area. That's where I've gotten some of my shots of like Matt and Jacob, and I don't know if you know who Eric Spangler is and Stemmy, but if I
Yeah,
can,
that sounds familiar.
yeah, or Stemler, I call him Stemmy, but yeah, if I can still get shots from the pit area, I'll still do what I can for them. So
Yeah. I mean, I've only gotten on an infill, I think, one time, uh, doing this, and, it was Monette, and yeah, I mean, it's cool for getting shots, but, I wanna watch the race, and it's hard for me to keep up in the
yeah,
infield a lot of times.
yeah, it can be hard when like your friends are out there, Cody Bauer, Jacob Sturr, and we did a race this past weekend and the track was pretty rough. So I'm like camera, like trying to watch the race, but also trying to remember like where Jacob is and where Cody is. And I'm like, oh man. And then I had someone flip in front of me as well. And that was my first
Ooh.
time ever seeing a car
Oh, I
flip.
saw
So
that. I saw that. I saw you put that out there, yeah.
yeah, I was shocked. I actually forgot I was the person with the camera. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was pretty
I did
wild.
it. I did it, and I'm sure it was probably embarrassing for the guy, but John Kirby, he's been on my podcast. I was, filming him at Arrowhead, here in Oklahoma, and he was coming around, I think it was turn 1, and, he was doing looked like he was, headed toward the front, and his freaking right wheel came off, and, he flipped, I mean, I dropped the camera, and I was, worried about the guy because it was pretty bad. He barreled over pretty bad,
Yeah.
and, I mean, I asked him later, I said, "Hey," I went up there after he got back up to his, trailer, and I asked him, I said, you wanna talk about it and have me post it on there?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, what did he say? Uh, "Maybe we could go viral for something or, whatever, for some reason." I said, "All right." I said, "I'll put it together." And I put it together and put it on there, and then, everything was cool. I had one negative comment. There was one guy that said, "Well, I couldn't see the end of it," or something like that, and I'm like, "Well, I mean, I was, worried about the dude. I wasn't gonna sit there and keep filming, something might have
Yeah. Yeah,
happened
my
to."
instinct was like, "Oh my gosh, he flipped. Is he okay?" And then
Yeah,
the other photographer was like, "Did you get that?" And I'm like, "Nope." I'm like, "I got him upside down, but I didn't get the actual flip." I'm like, "I saw the tire fly off, his rear tire came off." And I was just like, as soon as he started rolling and forgot I was the one that was supposed to be taking the photos. So, but
yeah. I'm slow, so I was the opposite. I mean, I did get some of the flip, but I didn't get the rest of it because, I'm old, so but that's how it was. I mean, somebody like that, you're worried, you know what I mean? You're worried
yeah.
about them. I was worried about them. So,
Yeah, and I didn't actually
yeah,
know this driver well at all. It was still like, "Is he okay?" And luckily, the video I took, he was already out of the car and standing behind the car. So, and he even commented on one of my videos that, "Hey, it was my first. Like, I'm glad I was your first one. You know, it was my first flip too." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
yeah,
So,
that's awesome. It sounds similar to what happened to Kirby, with that wheel coming off the back. But, yeah, it's, it's interesting, and I do. I'm a big fan of your stuff,
I
and
appreciate it.
I do like it. And I like what well your intro is awesome too. I like your intro to your videos.
Oh,
I like your intro. It's a good, unique intro to your videos. I like that.
yeah, I was trying to think of something to do, and there was I couldn't even tell you, but there was another guy who did something kind of the same, but he just took a video of his camera, and it was like, showing his pictures. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I actually started out doing like birds and stuff that were on our porch. Started out with that, and then kind of once the racing started up, I'm like, all right, now I'll start doing this. And I don't know what I'm gonna do during off season. I'm probably gonna lose my mind, but we'll see.
I hear you. Hey, I've got a podcast. At least I can go back and talk to some people that's been on here. You know what I mean? I could talk about it. So I've got that going on. There's another thing you did that I thought was really cool, where you had them sign, like I guess you had like plastic in front of the
Yes.
lens, and you had people signing it. That was super cool.
Yep. I started that. I was gonna take it to Eldora with me. And I had the first ones I ordered, they were pretty flimsy and I didn't really like them very much. And then I ordered new ones. Well, I wasn't paying attention to what size I ordered and they were way too big. So I'm like, of course. Um, but I figure next year I'll be able to shave them down a little bit and get more drivers to sign. But I told Matt Morawski and Jacob, our driver, that, you guys are going to be my test subjects with lots of cool videos that I want to do. And they're like, all right, cool. So
Well, that was cool. I did like that, and I did see the Murawski one. I mean, that was neat having them come up and do that. That's pretty cool.
yeah, I
I
thought
have
that
not
was a
seen
cool
that
idea.
before. Yeah, it was.
There is a photographer, her name is Nicole. She does a lot of the sprints at Eldora, but she's the one that I believe I saw do it first. So I got the idea
Okay,
from her. So
I
I was
got you.
like, "Oh, that's
I got
really
you.
cool. I want to try that."
Yeah, that's super awesome. I did like that. But so, anyways, I've had you on here for a while. We'll probably bring it to an end, and I do really appreciate you being on here. And for folks that you are on TikTok now, are you on Facebook?
Yep, I'm on Facebook,
Okay,
either Jennifer Amelia or the Checkered Lens. I'm on
okay,
Instagram, same way. So,
okay. Okay. I'll link all that in the description so people
okay,
can, and folks, go follow her. It's awesome stuff.
thank you.
Awesome stuff.
I
I love it.
appreciate it.
I do. I enjoy it. It's, I used to, before I started doing this, I was on X all the time. And I was kind of, I don't know, in a bad mood all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of, as soon as I started using TikTok, and when I started doing this, the kids told me, they said, Dad, you got to get on TikTok if you're going to do this. And I was one of those people that were like, I'm not going to use that or whatever. And they said, look up super late models. So I did, and I've been hooked ever since. I love it. Awesome racing clips, good music. It's just
Yep.
awesome. And now I don't even get on X. And I feel better. I mean,
Yeah,
really.
I don't think I've ever been on there, but
Yeah,
yep,
I don't know.
TikTok's been
It's just, it's pretty hateful. I mean, it really is. I mean,
mm,
for me, it is. It's just all bad stuff all the time. And
yes.
there's enough of that going on. So I'll stay on
Yeah.
TikTok or something like that. I mean, it's just I want to see racing stuff.
Yep.
I understand you need to know what's going on in the world. So I'll go on there in small doses, see what's going on, and then, you know, try to be in the know and get back
Yep.
over to
That's
racing
where I get
videos.
a lot of my ideas from is TikTok, and there's a couple, like I said, photographers on Facebook that let me pick their brain, and actually, Event Horizons made my watermark for me because I had a really basic one, and he's like, "Hey, can I
Yeah.
make you a new one?" And I'm like, "Sure." So he's been absolutely great helping me out, and
I'm
but
sure I follow them. I'm sure I follow them. I know it. I've seen it. I'm
okay,
sure I do.
yeah, he's got good stuff. So
But yeah, everybody go give Jennifer a follow. Checkered Lens. I'll put everything in the description. And I'm gonna put out, like I said, I'll put out promo videos, and
okay,
we'll work out however we're gonna do all that. But I'll get you out there as much as possible because I want
perfect.
everybody to see your stuff.
Thank you.
I
I
do.
appreciate it. It means a lot because I've only been doing this since I want to say April of this year. So
Well,
I've
hey,
really,
me and you are newcomers.
yeah.
That's kind of cool because I started doing this in May. So
Oh, okay. Awesome. Cool.
so yeah, we're both kind of. I mean, I've been a fan for a long time, but I just started doing this what I'm doing now in May.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, and it gets the hooks in you.
Yeah, it
It
does.
really does.
Definitely.
It really does. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on. I really
Yeah.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Super awesome
Absolutely.
meeting you and talking to you.
Thank you.